What if I told you it's okay to suck at something? I know this is an unpopular opinion, but it's true. It's okay to not be the best at something. It's okay to start off messy. It's okay to not be perfect. It's okay to learn as you go. Okay. I think a lot of times we get into this mindset that when we first start something, everything has to be right. And if it's not right, then we just shouldn't do it at all. A lot of times we believe that if we aren't exceptional at this thing, then people are going to laugh at us, they're going to judge us, we're going to look stupid, and it's an uncomfortable feeling to be in, right? But what if I told you that everything you did in life, you sucked at some point in time? I don't, listen, I used to be a basketball player. I played college basketball, D1, had a full scholarship for the first 3 years, and listen, let me tell you something. When I first started basketball, I actually started in high school. And I only started because people were telling me how tall I was and I should be playing basketball, right? I'm 6'3", by the way. I sucked. When I first started, I absolutely sucked. I couldn't catch the ball. I definitely couldn't dribble. I was a center, and I just sucked. I had to learn how to rebound. I had to learn how to hold my ground in the paint. For those of you guys who watch basketball, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I was a five. But over time, I got better. Every day I got better because every day I showed up messy, I showed up imperfect, and I showed up ready to learn. When you first started walking, you sucked. Okay, there's not one child on this earth that just comes out of their mother's womb knowing how to walk, right? If you have children, you have watched your children fall, you have watched your children hit themselves. You've watched your children scrape their knees or whatever as they tried to learn how to walk. They sucked. You sucked. But every single day they got better and better at it. And now, just like you walk perfectly fine. You go on hikes, you go on runs, you're doing all of the things. You're not even thinking twice about falling. But that's because every single day you committed to doing better. What if I told you when I first started my YouTube channel, not this one, but the other one, I sucked? I was awkward. I didn't know what to talk about. Everything just sucked. But because I committed to getting better every single day, I didn't suck for long, okay? I don't think anything just comes to people naturally. I think it's something that has to be worked towards. Now, I'm not sitting here saying that you may not have certain advantages. Like, for instance, I'm tall, I'm 6'3". So me being able to be better at basketball more quickly when it came to being a center, that came a little naturally because I'm taller, so I'm able to reach higher. I'm a little more solid built, right? But I still had to work towards that. It didn't just come naturally. And I'm telling you guys this because a lot of you guys want to become content creators. You want to post on YouTube. You want to be on Instagram, TikTok, but you're so afraid to suck. You want an online business, but you're so afraid to be messy. You are not ready to learn. You just want to start something and be amazing and have everybody applaud you and tell you how great you are. You're just so uncomfortable with sucking to the point where you're not even doing it at all. You want this online business so badly, but you're not even willing to show up and suck. And I don't understand how we got here in society to think that everything just has to be perfect with you or it's not right. And the crazy thing is, if you do have kids, I'm pretty sure you're the parent that, tells your child as long as you just keep going, you're going to get better and better. I'm sure your child has come up with so many ideas and sports they want to try. You probably went to their games and you saw that they sucked. You saw that they sucked, but you didn't tell them that. I hope. I hope you kept telling them, just keep going, just keep trying. Eventually, you're going to get better. But it's like when we want to do something for ourselves, we want to second guess. We want to be like, oh no, I'm not going to be able to do that because I suck. I don't want people to laugh at me. I don't want to look stupid. I don't want to look dumb. What are we talking about right now? Like, what is the deal? What's really going on? Make it make sense. It's okay to suck. You're gonna suck. You're gonna suck for a really long time. And the reason why most people aren't good at stuff is because they're not willing to suck and just get better. Okay? You're gonna suck. You're also not even going to have all of the answers. So when I first started my content creation journey, I didn't really know what kind of content I wanted to make. My niche has changed over time. But the only reason why I was able to figure out what worked for me, my flow, my style, was because I kept showing up. I started to notice, well, what kind of content do I find myself gravitating towards? What type of content makes me excited to talk about regularly? And the only reason I was able to figure that out is because I created so much content. And so I had more stuff to compare and contrast to figure out what works for me and what doesn't. Not based on what other people said, no, based off of what was I comfortable with, what made me feel like I was adding value, what just flowed for me. And that's how I was able to figure out what type of content worked best for me. But I wasn't creating motivational content when I first started. I wasn't telling people they could be their highest version. I wasn't inspiring people, right? I wasn't just sitting in front of the camera and just talking and not worrying about tripping over my words or slobbing out my mouth. I didn't do all that. I used to literally sit in front of my laptop and edit the hell out of my videos because I thought everything had to be perfect. But I realized by doing that, one, I hate editing. Two, that's not my strong point. I don't really care about adding all of those effects. And three, I noticed that my content for myself and, being able to be consistent with it flows so much better when I just talk in front of the camera. I have a topic and I just talk. But again, I only came to that conclusion because I was willing to show up and not be perfect. Still to this day, there have been plenty of videos that you guys have watched where I trip over my words. I might have misused a word. I might have talked in circles. I might have slobbed out my mouth. I might have stuttered. And I didn't let it override the message, okay? It's okay to suck. You're gonna suck. You're gonna suck for a while. You're gonna suck for a very long time, but you just gotta keep going. The version of me that y'all see today, I've been in front of the camera for 5 years, so, I'm not as sucky. I still suck, but I'm not as sucky because I'm willing to just keep showing up despite what people think. And that's the other thing too, we hold on to the opinions of others. I don't know why we do this. I was guilty of this too, I'm not even gonna lie. I used to care so much about what other people thought about me, and it would just keep me stuck. I wouldn't get anything done because I was so worried about what so-and-so was gonna say. What is this person gonna think? But I realized over time, like, by worrying so much about the opinions of other people, you're literally just holding yourself back. And that's draining, that's miserable. To want to do something so badly, but you're afraid what other people are going to say, that's the most miserable feeling ever because you're not even being authentic with yourself at this point. And it's like, why? Half of the time, these people that we're worried about, they don't pay none of our bills. They're not even doing what they want to do with themselves, but you worry about their opinions. You care so much about what they think. Make it make sense. I noticed, at least for myself, I used to care so much about what people would think when it came to like my friendships. Like I didn't want my friends to laugh at me. But they weren't even quality friends in the first place. A quality friend is going to cheer you on regardless. A quality friend is going to support you. They're going to watch all your content. Maybe they might not watch all of it, but they're at least going to thumbs up it. They're going to at least acknowledge you and see, hey, I see you. If your friends aren't doing that, they're not even quality friends. So why do you care so much about their opinions? Make it make sense. And with the way things are going now with content, you can be faceless. So you really don't even have an excuse. You can literally be anonymous. There are so many anonymous channels on YouTube that are thriving. So you really don't even have an excuse. You have got to get out of this mindset of everything about me has to be perfect or it's not right. It's holding you back. It's keeping you stuck right where you are. You want to do something, but you're so afraid of other people and you're afraid of yourself. What if you just sucked and was comfortable with sucking and you were willing to suck for a year? What if you were willing to suck for 2 years? Think about how amazing your content will be if you just went through the sucky phase. It would be really good. All of your favorite creators who are killing it on social were willing to suck. And the only reason why they're at where they're at is because they were willing to suck. Okay? Leave a comment down below. Do you struggle with this? I would love to hear what you have to say. And then what are you going to do to overcome that suckiness? Are you just going to post? Are you just going to show up? Are you just going to be messy? Like, I would love to hear what you have to say. Also, you guys, make sure you join Glow Up Academy. This is the space where we transform who we are so we can finally get the results that we want. All these mindset shifts that I give to you guys, we work exclusively with that in Glow Up Academy. So I can't wait to see you in there. Let me know what it is that you're struggling with so that we can work through it together so you can finally get those results that you've always wanted. Bye, guys.